I'm Mike from Rock and Load, and I have the pleasure for the fourth time, the record-breaking Rock and Load fourth time, of interviewing Jaren and Neil from the Cadillac Three. Thank you guys for talking to us once again. I've got a full list here of questions from your unofficial fan club, the Drinking Club. So I'm going to read the names and then the questions, see how we go. First one is from, you probably don't know this lady, Kay Forward.
Didn't see that one coming.
No. Who did Neil write Graffiti with? Graffiti being your brand new single.
Well, Kay Forward, I wrote that with Luke Dick and Corey Crowder. They both live in Nashville. I think Luke's from New York and Corey's from Georgia.
And how do you know them? How do you know the guys? Have you wrote with them before?
Yeah, that was the first time we wrote together, the three of us. We've written some since then.
Right.
Jaren and I wrote Tennessee Mojo with Corey.
Oh, yeah. I always forget about that.
Way back in the day, and so...
I don't even need to be here now
Corey,
because Neil wrote Graffiti, and so everybody's bringing that shit up all the time now. It's awesome.
Corey's the only guy with outside of our band with a song on both our records.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, Jimmy.
Not on the first record.
Oh, not on the first record.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, Corey's a good dude. But I barely know Luke, but I got real drunk with him at an award show in Nashville one night, and he seems like a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's real weird.
He sang the original demo of that song, and Neil played it for me on the bus, and I was just like, well, this is badass, this is great.
So is it an old song? Graffiti?
It's a couple years old now. Yeah. I mean, it just takes a while to get them out, Yeah. But yeah, we pretty much. It was pretty new when I played it for Jaren, like maybe a month or two old.
Right. Okay. Another one from Kay. In the You Discover Music interview, Jaren said that Running Red Lights was written a long time ago and recently rewritten. Please elaborate on when the first version was written and how it's changed to how it is today.
The first one was, I was actually writing for a Meatloaf record, ironically, or not ironically, but oddly enough.
Yeah.
And I had a bunch of things. Neil and I wrote a song called If It Rains on what was the name of that Hang Cool Teddy Bear record? Meatloaf's record.
Nice.
Yeah, nice pull, right? You didn't know about that, did
Oh
you?
yeah, that's the name of his album, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about that. That's his album, yeah.
But so he'd taken like 5 or 6 songs of ours, and that was one that he really liked, and it had more of this like string-based kind of Kashmir Zeppelin verses, and then I always loved that chorus, but the verse never added up to me, at least for the storyline, because as you get older, your songs get a little bit better, so like that. So one day on the back of the bus, I was playing around, and Neil came in, and we finished it and wrote it, really quickly, and kind of put this cool story together about kind of like our lives, missing, the girl that you're with, but you can't be with them, and you're trying like hell to get home, but you're stuck in snow or traffic.
Yeah.
It's just what it is, So we kind of, that's how that was, yeah.
Apart from Graffiti, Running Red Lights, do you play it live on this tour?
Yeah, we have.
Is that the only other new song that you play?
No, we're playing a bunch of shit. Can I cuss? Is that all right?
Yeah, of course you can.
Fuck yeah, man.
Next one going out to the world?
Well, yeah.
Of course you can. Say what you want.
Just words.
Yeah.
From Colin Nash, who are the few songwriters you look up to and are influenced by?
1, 2, 3. Tom Petty. We love Tom Petty.
Yeah, we know that already.
I think
Say it on Neil's t-shirt. Yeah.
it's been weird, a lot of these guys a lot of Nashville guys we love, Tony Lane, Tom Douglas.
We've been really lucky to a lot of the guys that we really look up to, we've gotten to be friends with now in Nashville.
And they actually come on the road with us and write with it, like Jeremy Stover's great songwriter. Jeff Steele. I wrote Turn It On with him.
Which you're not playing on this tour, right? It's one of my favourite songs.
We haven't yet.
So you could do
we got
tonight,
like
could you?
6.
We're playing 16 songs tonight. We'll see if it ain't gonna make it in, but we'll try. We'll try.
I'll just sing it on the way home then. Talk about your influences. I believe you used to go out with Steve Earle's daughter. Is that right?
Wow, Amy.
Was Steve Earle?
Well, if Amy ever sees this, it's gonna be hilarious.
Miss you, Amy.
I got naked in a hot tub with Amy one time.
Anyway, not Amy, Steve Earle.
Yeah.
Steve Earle. And
Yeah, no, we love Steve Earle. Yeah, I mean, he was kind of one of the original kind of outlaw, sort of like 80s outlaw country kind of guys, I mean, I feel like he was having a lot of commercial success in country, but he was like locked in jail half the time.
Yeah.
And so he kind of like I don't know. He probably didn't get quite as big as he could have, but he had
over
great
here,
records.
it was Copperhead Road that made him huge over here. And after that, he's kind of tailed off a bit in the commercial sense.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he just kind of went down a different path because he's really prolific. I mean, he puts out a record pretty much every year.
Yeah, and he gets a lot of critical success with it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the critics like a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I like his wife's stuff too, Allison.
they're divorced.
Yeah, I like his ex-wife's stuff too. Sorry, Steve, Amy. Sorry.
Yep,
Justin.
Okay,
Justin, I hope you're doing well, buddy.
From Rachel Suzak, if you could do a duet with anyone past or present, and it's not Tom Petty, who would it be and why?
That's good. I would like to do one with Miranda Lambert. I think that would be pretty cool. She's a country artist in the States. But past people probably. That's tough. You could throw Stevie Nicks up in there. That'd be kind of cool.
Yes.
You know.
If I was going to sing a duet, it'd be with Garth Brooks.
Yeah, that'd be a great sounding.
Yeah.
Because neither one of them fuckers can sing. Sorry. Dante's like, who's Garth Brooks?
You're very good at harmonising.
Yep. I could harmonize with Garth.
Yeah.
What do you mean Neil that can't sing? Is that what you meant?
Well, no, he sings all right. Yeah, he has a good. Hey.
Yeah, but you could say to him, you can't play drums, but you can.
No, he can play drums.
Another one from Kay. Want to know why Jaren didn't keep Travelling Man for TC3 and Neil didn't keep Southernality for TC3?
Well, it's 'cause
both by 1,000 Horses, aren't they?
We record good songs, so
I love both those songs.
there that one is.
Yeah. No, I mean,
1,000 Horses, you listening?
we just, a lot of times when we're writing with certain people that are, I mean, in that case, like they were artists too, and so we're sort of writing for them.
We already had a record done, and they, at the time, I was producing 1,000 Horses, so that's why I wrote Traveling Man and a couple of others with them, and that ended up just staying in their world. And we had just finished our record, I think.
Yeah, I think those, there's certain songs that we'll write and they'll sit there in a pile and you don't know where they're going to end up. With both of those songs, they were immediately songs that they started playing, and so that it just never was a conversation.
Right. There you go. Okay. So
I never got paid for that production on 1,000 Horses, guys, by the way. So
we'll tag them into this.
Yeah.
Find out. Jay Baubles Wright said, if y'all weren't playing music, touring and being rock stars, what would you be doing instead?
I would own a Mexican restaurant,
Me too.
and I would be the waiter.
Yeah.
I would not be the waiter. I'd be the guy behind the bar, and it would be awesome. But yeah, it would be Tres Cadillacs. You can look it up online. It's coming soon to a beach near you.
Yeah. Is that for the future, do you think?
Oh, dude, I'm definitely gonna.
Like Bill Wyman open Sticky Fingers restaurant.
Yep.
Could be
Yeah.
Cadillac Three.
It's gonna happen.
I'm trying to get to $11 million. When I get to $11 million, I'm gonna stop this bullshit. I'm gonna move to the beach and open a burrito joint.
Yeah, another 6 months or so then.
Yep, I'm at 10 now, so
Yeah.
keep it coming here. Joking.
Brad Coates, what is the one venue you still want to headline? Or
Ryman.
even more than one?
The Ryman in Nashville. Yeah.
It's coming too, man. We're gonna do it.
That's gonna be our next one.
We
Yeah.
might actually quit after we do that.
We said that after the Steven
And
Tyler
open the
thing.
Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
And open a Mexican restaurant. So $11 million of the Ryman, whichever comes first.
Yeah.
Right, it's not one of the questions, but I was going to ask, and you just mentioned Steven Siler. How did that come about? Short, abridged version, because we haven't got all day, have we, Rachel?
We were drunk on the bus, and we were talking about something crazy that we could do for the Nashville show. And Jaren's become pretty good buddies with Steven, and I think I just randomly said it, and then Jaren got it. I knew he was just drunk enough to where he might actually holler at him about it. Sometimes you have to choose the right time to suggest things. But yeah, and then Jaren reached out, and I think Steven hit right back, right?
Immediately back, he said, "Let me check my calendar," and then like 10 minutes later, he said, "I'm in. Let's do." He goes, "What do you guys want to do?" And we said either Last Child or
Sweet
Emotion, or maybe Walk This Way.
Yeah, Walk This
and
Way.
he didn't want to do Walk This Way, and so
You picked the best one.
yeah, dude. And honestly, it was so rad for us because we got to kind of we use a lot of open tunings and stuff like that, the heavier drop D, but we get to play in standard tuning, and I got to play this, the riff. And that's like one of the most amazing riffs ever written, and so it was very cool to get to do that. And I feel like we all nailed it, and he had a blast, and it was cool, man.
It was.
He still talks about it, man. I got we got all these. Rachel actually got us all these plaques made with our pictures with Steven and live action. You know, it's awesome.
Cool. So there was no chance of him playing on record?
I mean, there might be. I don't know. It's tough doing duets with dudes, you know, unless it's the right situation, because otherwise you're just, you know, like we did that with Florida Georgia Line and all those guys on the South.
It just have to be the right song.
Yeah, it have to be the right song.
Right, we've got 4 minutes left, so we're going to have to get through these as
All right, we'll
quick
go quicker.
as possible. So I'm afraid I'll have to skip some guys, sorry. What are your favourite UK rock bands?
Ooh,
Royal Blood,
yeah, I love Royal Blood.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
supposedly I need to hear this. I like the temperance movement stuff. I like those guys.
Have you heard the new album?
No, I haven't, but
Fantastic
I've heard like
album.
6 songs that I have on a Spotify playlist because Dante told us about them. But what was the other band that we were talking about last night? Shit, I can't remember.
No.
Yeah, Beatles, I think is what it was. Something like that.
Right, I'm going to skip to. I've got a couple of questions from Sparky Jack, which I really like. Have you ever graffitied, and if so, where and what was it?
I mean, I was known when I was a kid to spray paint a little something on a bridge, you know. But I was never like one of those guys that like Banksy or any of that kind of shit. But you know,
Most of our spray painting was like in our old band. We used to just cover all the vans that we drove in.
red, white, and blue.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
just American flags.
Yeah.
And drive around. Actually, the one that just moved out of my backyard had the old band's red, white, and blue flag, and then on the back it had the Cadillac black on it, which
Yeah,
was our old
that's
band.
our old band.
Yeah, because we were just trying to figure out. I think we were doing a photo shoot, like our first photo shoot.
What happened to the van that was on the cover of the American Bang album?
Long gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sold it, didn't
I
you?
think we got about.
sold it for
I
parts.
think we got about $200 for that. Thing.
Really?
Gave it to charity.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's gone down in history though. Apart from the obvious, what are your essential items that you take from home while on tour?
Tacos.
Yep. Got
Saying that, I don't know what the obvious is.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Bag full of tacos. A lot of black
booze.
T-shirts.
Yeah. We've got on this thing now where we get on, and I didn't get this one actually there, but Amazon.com, you can get all these great, awesome band tees for like $7.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jane turned me onto that.
And we just buy hundreds of them, and we just keep stacks of them on the bus and cut them up, and you can wear a fresh one each night. You never have to do laundry. You can just throw that shit out, start over again. You know what I mean?
Same with hats, trucker hats. Same thing.
And I'd probably be at 11 million if it wasn't for all the damn T-shirts that I bought on Amazon.com. Shit!
Spent $1 million.
I just
on
thought about
t-shirts.
it. Yeah.
Right, a couple of questions from me. The new album, have we got a release date for it? Have we got a UK exclusive? You could give us the title of the album.
June 10th.
I was gonna say June 2nd.
June 2nd. Sorry, I had it wrong.
June 2nd.
And the title's going to be
You're just going to make something up now, Jared.
Black Label Lipstick.
Right. Nightlife Religion would be a very good.
But it's still on the last
It was
record.
on the last record.
Oh,
I was
right.
gonna say
Which is
Redemption.
Redemption. It's a lyric from
Of
that.
course, of course.
Yeah,
But yeah, so June 2nd, Black Label Lipstick.
that might happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you start saying
One
enough, hopefully
last,
it will.
Rachel, one last question. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Which they might expect to take a long time to answer. Since rock and roll became your way of life, what moment or experience comes to mind as being so good as to represent why you chose this way of life?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I will say, headline in Nashville, getting to come home after not playing there in a year, and having Steven come up, he's the reason that, I even said this from stage that night. I was like, when I was introducing him, I said, this guy is the reason that we're all in a band, because, remember the first time you heard Aerosmith, you're like, well, that's
I
what
think
you want to
Sweet
do.
Emotion was the first song that I heard from Aerosmith.
Oh, dude, well,
Blew
there
me
you go.
away, yeah.
And I said, this guy's the reason we're in a band, come up. So I think when we got through that, Kelby started playing the bass lick on the lap steel, and he kind of walks up there and grabs that huge shaker, and we kick into it, and we all three harmonizing, going.
Yeah.
I mean, that was kind of one of those moments where I was like, well, this is my. And the cool thing about that is, before and after, my parents and my sister and his parents, his sister, they're all over here, and we're all hanging out with Steven Tyler and his friends and all that stuff. It's one of those things, and it's just those are the moments that you're like, wow,
Yeah.
And then last night in Glasgow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I was
so,
gonna say. Is it's funny because like when you're a kid, it used to be like Exit In in Nashville, which is like a 500-person club, and it was like, man, if you could just play there, like open for somebody there, that was gonna be the thing, and it just kind of continues to, you know, it's still cool when you get to do Exit In, but it also is cool when you get to do the Rhyme, or like when we did Starwood, which is the amphitheater that used to be in Nashville, and then same thing over here. Yeah, I mean Glasgow last night,
That's one of the best shows we've ever had.
thousands of miles away
I've heard
from
about
home,
that,
you know, and everybody's singing every word. It's
And tonight we're on a Sunday and we're sold out in Manchester.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just-
on a Sunday.
yeah.
In the rain.
Yeah, so we're happy dudes. We're very excited to get to do what we get to do, man.
Yeah.
Well, guys, once again, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Good to see you, buddy.
Immense
Cheers,
pleasure.
man.
Appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you very much for talking to us once again. Good luck tonight.
Cheers.
Good luck the rest of the tour.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.